We're going to look at one more algebraic expression to simplify and check. This is one of the problems on rules of exponents, and you can see the problem, open parentheses, 2a to the fifth, b to the negative 6th power, close parentheses, cube over 4a to the negative 1, b to the 5th. And the answer that I got was 2a to the 16th all over b to the 23rd. Now, entering fractions presents its own set of problems because we're trying to put them in a line. We're going to enter this basically the same way as we did the other problems, but we have to be a little bit more careful with fractions, okay, because of order of operations and linear expression. So the first thing we want to do is go to the expression and write a parenthesis around any numerator or denominator that has something going on in it. In the numerator, in the first expression in the problem, it's already got an expression in parentheses and an exponent, and it's followed by division, so the extra parentheses is not really necessary there, but it wouldn't hurt to put it. So I'm going to go ahead and put it there. Right? Just anytime you have anything more than a single number or letter, you need to enter parentheses. So the numerator in the second fraction needs one, and the denominator also. All right, now we have two variables this time, a and b, and so let's let a equal, be creative here, -4, and b equal 6. You can let them equal anything you wish. The first thing we're going to do is enter the values for a and b, and we'll use the store key. And this time I'm going to do it just on the calculator. So we're going to use the store key and the alpha key primarily. Alright, so let's go to on and clear what's in there. And enter -4 and hit store. And we'll hit alpha and then a, which is over math, and hit enter, and hit 6 for b, so 6 store alpha, and then b is right next to math and apps, and then hit enter. Make sure you check your work there. -4 stored for a, and 6 was stored for b, and they'll stay that value until you change them. And now we'll go and enter the original problem and see what substituting those values for a and b makes that expression equal. And so we start with two parentheses. We're starting from the top, we're going across, and then we're going down like that. All right? And then we'll have 2 alpha a raised to the 5th power, and then b alpha apps raised to the -6, and make sure you use the negative sign, which is next to enter. Close parentheses, raised to the 3rd power, and then close parentheses for the numerator. And then hit divided by, open parentheses, 4 alpha a raised to the -1, b, which is alpha apps, raised to the 5th. And that's the end of the expression. Before hitting enter to see what its value is, I'm going to double check it. Open parentheses twice, 2a to the 5th, b to the -6, close parentheses, raised to the 3rd. close parentheses. That finishes the numerator, then divided by, open parentheses, 4a raised to the negative 1, b to the 5th, close parentheses. All right, it seems to be right, and I'm going to hit enter to see what the value is. Okay, and so I'm going to write that down. You need to write down what you're using and then write down what you get for the problem, or the original. I think I'll call it original. Let's erase that. The original, because you have basically the original and then the simplified version, which is your answer. So the original is 1.08. I'll go out about 4 places. 77. E, which is times 10 to the negative 8. All right, and let's now enter the answer that we got, and if we get the same value, we're happy. All right, so the answer was, open parentheses, 2 alpha a raised to the 16, close parentheses, divided by, open parentheses, b, which is alpha apps, raised to the 23. And let's hit enter to see what we get for that. We get the same exact number. So the answer same exact number, checks. Okay, and I want to remind you that suppose you didn't get the same answer, you could go back, well, you should go back and find your mistake and then double check the original expression, make sure you entered the problem right, and you could re-enter your new answer and see what you get until you get the original and the answer to match. If you need to edit one of the lines by hitting the second key and then the enter key, and I'll just do that now. I'll hit it twice. The first time it goes back and gives me the expression I just entered, and you can see where the cursor is. If you use the arrow, you can go up or down, and if I hit second enter again, it'll give me the original expression. It'll go back up to 10 lines before. Lines you can't even see that are back in the memory of the calculator. All right, we'll be seeing lots of fractions in the future. This is just a beginning. Whenever you're dealing with fractions in a numerator and denominator, complex fractions or whatever, you need to enclose the entire numerator or the entire denominator in its own set of parentheses if there's anything besides a single number there.